going on in the garage, some of the stuff that I'm working on, because we talk about everybody else's stuff, so people go, well, let's see some of your stuff. So run this picture up. Check this out. This is not the model on the desk. Go ahead and shoot the desk model right now. Go ahead, desk model. Okay? Go ahead. Now, we're going to run these back to back. There's this guy right here, the model, the bike right there. Yeah, zoom in on that. Okay, go to that. Now go back to the picture that we were just looking at. Okay, you notice any vague similarity between these two? There's the desk shot. Now let's go back to there's the picture. This is Trash's incredibly accurate Captain America. This is a real running, live, bone-shaking, ass-kicking, man.
I wrote it today.
You know, this is the real deal. This is not a model. This is not the desk model. This is the real live deal. And Big Daddy Crash says, I want paint that one.
Well, I'll tell you, Big Daddy Crash, we're going to chat about that.
We can chat about that.
Send me an email at trash@kickstarttv.com. So I got an email address for you, and we'll chat about that very thing, because I'm very interested in doing just that.
That would be.
I got some ideas.
Let's go to Big Daddy Crash's accurate. Hell, that's perfect. Let me tell you, Big Daddy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let's go to the next shot of the captain here, and you will really see that this bike is extremely accurate. The front end is the perfect rake. I mean, I don't know. You talk about it, man. You built the damn thing. Trash built this from scratch, man. This is a frame-up build, pieces, parts. I watched it come together on the lift. This is when we very first met. You had that frame up on the lift. I said, what the hell? Actually, you had the frame in your living room with a broomstick stuck.
Yes, I did.
The first time I came over to your house, I said, what the hell are you doing? And he said, I'm getting the rake right. And I said, what do you mean you're getting the rake? He said, well, I got the video up on the TV screen, and then I freeze it, and then I hold the frame up, and then I move the broomstick until it's the right angle. I mean, he went so overboard in terms of getting this bike accurate that it is really a perfect copy.
Well, I know.
This isn't one of those. This isn't one of those Colorado Motor Company kind of.
No, it's not one of those. It's not one of those for sure. And I had help. Now, let's give credit where it's due. I had a lot of help on this motorcycle. Among them, the motor. Okay, I built the motor along with and in conjunction and with a hell of a lot of assistance with our friend Scott Yamasaki at Scott's Motors, and we built it. Nothing on this motor came together. Everything is different. The cases and then got wheels and rods and then pistons and then barrels and heads. The heads are 1948 Harley Davidson, which we completely massaged and reworked and made them brand new. And the motor all came together from a whole lot of different parts, and it went together so smooth it was scary.
You talk about one of those bikes that let's show the shot. I can't even talk after this, man. Just put this shot up. If anybody has any questions about building your own bike and why you'd want to do that, you look at this picture. Because let me tell you, man, you're not going to walk into the Harley dealer or any dealer and buy this. You got to make this yourself.
Well, and that's what I realized. I woke up one day and I told myself, I think I'd like to build myself a 60s style chopper. It's been many, many years. And I started looking around and trying to get an idea what I'd like to put up. And one day I saw an ad in the back of Easy Riders magazine, and it said, own an American classic. And it was an ad for a $3.50 poster, large poster of Captain America sitting out in the Arizona desert. And I bought the poster, and I said, that's what I'm going to build.
I'll be and you did, without a doubt.
Well, and it was a journey. It was a lot of fun. It was really a labor of love. It took me 3.5 years to put this motorcycle together from start to finish. The first item I bought for it, for which I will have in the not too distant future, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have a photo essay on the building of this bike. If you're interested, if you think it's a crock of shit, why, but I have a picture of the first item I bought for this motorcycle, which was a pair of dog bones.
I knew that. In fact, I have that
picture of my fat ass just like this.
What the hell is that? That's the beginning of the bike. I was like, dude, you got a long way to go in that picture.
$10.
$10. Swap meat parts, huh?
Swap meat
parts, and he started. I got to tell you about some of the reaction. Now, one of the question was from Grumpy was why the disc front brake Trash. Now, wait a minute, don't you answer, because Little John answered for you. He says He likes to stop.
Yeah. Now, there were some things. I understand your question. Believe me. Because I debated for, probably 10 seconds when I decided to build this motorcycle. I said that I was going to build it so that I could ride it. And you know, in the early days, we rode a lot of bikes with empty spools on the front and stuff like that and just run a mechanical rear brake, and you can't do it today. I'm sorry.
You know, the real problem is the traffic is different than it
was. That's right. Traffic is not only heavier, but traffic has a different attitude today than it used to.
It's stop and go quick, and people are jammed up, but you just don't have that.
When I first started riding, my beloved friend Little John told me, he said, go have fun and watch your ass because it's a frickin' free-for-all. And that was how many years ago, and look at it how it is today.
It's terrible now, man.
People are just insane on the roads. But that's why, in answer to your question, I thought I've got to have good brakes on the front. Your front brakes, as most everybody knows, 60 to 70%, depending on who you talk to, of your stopping power. And you just got to be able to shut these bad mothers down in a hurry.
Yeah, and that bike does haul ass, man. I've ridden next to you on that thing, man. It'll flat get.
It will. Now to be completely open, full disclosure, if you will, one of the reasons that it does move out the way it does, it's not so good off away from a line, from a dead stop, because I changed the sprockets on it to gear it a little higher, because when I first put it together, it didn't want to go the higher speeds. It didn't want to run at 70.
Okay.
And I re-geared it, and I changed both front and rear sprockets, and it'll cruise at 80 miles an hour all day long without farting.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is, and it's not uncomfortable in which to do so.
Let's go to that next shot if we haven't put that. I don't think we put that one up. There's another shot.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you talk about your classic look, man.
Sure. What might that be in the background there over there on the right-hand side of the camera? Could that be the sinister Softail peeking in the picture?
Peeking in the picture. Okay, I gotta tell you that we got Big Daddy Crash says, I think I got a boner now. And Anna, Big Daddy Crash, TMI, man, too much information. Anna the Evil says, laughing out loud. Big Daddy Crash says, do you have the bullet markers on the back? Well, of course. Fat Bob says, too many chumps on the road today. Fat Bob's, Big Daddy Crash says, thanks for all the kind words about my art, everybody. Means a lot. Well, it's great looking stuff. Fat Bob says, 32/70. I don't know what 3270 is. We'll figure that one out. I don't know.
I don't know where he's going with that. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, there are too many chumps on the road today, and we'll get some shots. We're going to go into detail.
If you look at this picture, whoever asked the question, if you look at this picture, you can see the bullet lights on the rear. There are four, plus a Bates tail light up on the back of the sissy bar, which are all very accurate, except that the movie bike, the lights on the rear were tail lights only, the four bullet lights, and the only brake light was the Bates light up on behind the sissy bar.
Okay.
And I made all five of them combination lights. They are both tail light and brake light. So when you step on the brake pedal on this motorcycle, boy, does it light up.
Just like on the Road King.
Exactly what
those trucker lights on the Road King, because nobody's paying attention, man.
That's
you got to blind
right.
these assholes in order not to get hit. Let's go to the next shot. See what else. Yeah, this is a beautiful picture of this bike. Gives you the whole idea of the rake and the trail on it. The way it sits perfect. It really sits. Oh, Grumpy says sprockets 3270.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, Grump, but I did change them from the stock. I put stock FLH sprockets on it when I built it, and found that it was snappy off of from a stop. It was snappy off a line, but I couldn't get any real speed out of it. So without really winding it up, and I didn't want to beat the motor up like that, so I re-geared it so I could. It was a little taller, so.
It's a hell of a scoop. We got any more pictures? Yeah, here's another. Is this is where we started?
Yeah, I believe that's where we started.
That's where we started. So anyway, one last glimpse at Captain
Again, the bullet lights on the rear.
Yep.
The brackets all handmade. Sissy bar handmade. Seat pan handmade. Many mounting brackets handmade. Ignition switch bracket all handmade. The box around the ignition switch was TIG welded by Little John's son. He did a wonderful job on that. I had the whole front. I mean, I can come up with a list, and I will. Yeah. We will do a feature on this motorcycle if you folks would like, and I'll come up with a list of all the hands that were in there, because there are a number of them.
I think it deserves a longer feature than what we can do today. Obviously,
we just kind of wanted to throw some pictures.
We got a big American thing going on. We got Big Daddy Crash's art. We got Captain America. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to a break, and there's the little version.
Boy, isn't that something?
It looks exactly the same, man.
It looks pretty close, doesn't it?
I'll be damned. Hey, We'll be right back, folks. Don't
go
away.
anywhere.